Right, and we should now be live. Hello everyone, let me just sort out OBS and we will get started. Performance mode, lovely, there we go. Well, hello everyone, welcome to the usual Triclaw Sunday stream with me, Fletcher. Just so that you're aware, if you hear any noise in the background, that will be Dane playing Dungeons and Dragons. And welcome back to the Walking Dinosaurs Park. Liporodon, the Dinomantis Spinosaurus should have been in Jurassic World Dominion. I actually agree with you there, Liporodon. And today's job is I want to finish episode 4, which is this area over here, between this line of trees and this grey line here. So that means completing the 2 aviaries and essentially then try and do the Spirits of the Ice Forest area. And then the rest of the park I'm going to finish off stream and we will do a tour around it. So yeah, last stream we were basically finished getting the Cruel Sea episode 3 area completed, which we pretty much managed to do. There's some further decoration work and stuff that I need to do, but I'm gonna I'll do that off stream. Our lovely stand-in for Liporodon, our Chronosaurus there. And our stand-in for you Striptospondylus over here. Where are they? There they are. The Megalosaurus. And yeah, we did the Iguanodon, paddock. And then the Utahraptor paddock, which of course I use the Pyroraptor for, because I just think it's that yellow skin is quite close to the Utahraptor skin in-game. So let's get started with the aviaries. Now I've already decided I want to make these slightly bigger, or at least this one, which is going to be for Ornithochirus, we're going to make bigger. This one, the Tapejara one, I think I'm going to keep at this sort of size. I am, however, going to do some terrain work quickly. Spino had to have been in Dominion, says Natalie. I mean, I think that Spinosaurus would have been a better dinosaur to put in instead of creating Giga. Especially considering the Giganotosaurus basically did nothing in the movie. And it's a weird thing about like the Jurassic World trilogy as a whole. They introduce all these big dangerous animals, the Indorex, the Indoraptor, the Giga, the Atrociraptors, the Pyroraptors, and they don't really do anything. They don't really achieve anything. They're kind of useless. And it does make me wonder why bother even putting them in the movie if they're just not gonna really do anything. The Indominus Rex is probably the most like the animal that's did the most in its movie. The Indoraptor basically should just not have been there because it was useless. Right, let's just put some ridge there. That's fine. Some trees in here. It would make more sense and the Giga should have been more sinister. I do agree with that. For an animal that was supposed to be the big bad guy in the movie, the Giga was just not sinister enough. I mean, a criticism I have of Dominion anyway is that not enough people die in it. There's not enough death in that film. None of the main cast really, apart from Dodgson. Jocelyn said it here first, folks. Normal animals are dull and useless. No, I didn't. I didn't say anything about that. I said that if you're going to make the effort of introducing new animals into your franchise, do something with them. Don't just have them do nothing. Not even be that scary, really, and then kill them off in a really obscure way, having achieved nothing in the film. I just forgot Evo streams, says Jacob. Evo was doing a members-only stream tonight, since she's just introduced memberships, so... Hello, Rob. But how has everyone's Sunday been? Mine has been particularly relaxed. Let's put... kind of want to make a sort of entranceway here for the aviary area. Relax, Tisa. Yes, I do say relax, Dean. Harvey has played video games all day. Jacob's got pizza, apparently. What sort of pizza, Jacob? I have to admit, I am exceedingly boring with my pizzas. I'm very much a margarita person and don't tend to do much else than that. Toscanas? I have never heard of that type of pizza. Oh, cheese pizza. Hello, Nerd Guy. If folks have not already gone and seen it, me and Nerd Guy did a collaborative review of the first Jurassic World movie, which I posted on Monday. Me and him have decided we will do the rest of the Jurassic World films. Just for you guys, so... we will be, at some point, watching Fallen Kingdom and reviewing that one. Fallen Order, here we come. Nerd Guy, I think you... Nerd Guy, I think you confused the two there. Too many franchises. Too many franchises and too many common words, I think. I get a T-Rex burger, payday salad, funny fries. That sounds like Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, Rob. Dinosaur King, I have to get another new laptop because I got the wrong processor from my Christmas laptop, but I got every other spec correct. Ah, Dinosaur King, this is why you should always check before you hit the order button. But I am certain you are not the only one who has done something like that. Right, I want to kind of create some sort of decorative feature here. I'm actually going to use the standard move controls. There we are. I'm reasonably happy with that. I might just move it forwards so we can put some trees behind it. I want something slightly thicker than that. There we do. This is the Tapejara exhibit, so we'll grab the Tapejara statue. Jurassic World Fallen Order, Peggy 16, Jacob. A new mod is coming out for the 20th anniversary of Jurassic Park Operation Genesis Revolution 2, and all the animals will be new cosmetics instead of replacements. I look forward to that. I have downloaded a few new cosmetic mods, actually, that have been on Nexus. I haven't done a mod spotlight video. I might do one next week. By the way, next week, folks, is going to be a War Thunder week. I'm going to be releasing the first of my historical videos, and be playing War Thunder on stream. So if you do have an interest in something that is not dinosaur related, something a little bit more aggressive and destructive, then do come join me for those. I actually think War Thunder is one of the better games that I have played. So if anyone likes free online battle arena sort of games, I would suggest everyone try it.
Real story. Yeah, genuinely, I went on Car Hunter to my
Okay, I want this to be at sort of the same position. That does look just about the same position. Yeah. Right, so we've got 2 viewing galleries on that, 3 viewing galleries on that side. I think we'll add a couple more over here. Where are the aviary ones? Here they are. And I'm gonna want... Let's go with... Actually, let's use the Jurassic Park style. Let's go 1 there. And 1 there. Hello, Turbo. Welcome to the stream. There's this thing I do with the aviary purchase. I put them in trees. Yep, I do the same thing. I do try to make sure that the perches kind of are hidden by the tree line, just because I think it makes it look a little bit more realistic. We need a red light for the Tapejara entrance. That's a good point. We do need to think about lighting. We will deal with that. I just want to get, like, the main stuff built first. And then we will do the lighting and stuff. Actually want to replace that. I wish this game didn't use so much copyrighted music. Because it does sound often quite quiet, but it's because in stream mode, so many of the music tracks just get quietened down, and you can just end up with nothing to listen to. Right, excellent. But yeah, folks, like I said, next week there's going to be my first of my historical videos coming out, which is just going to look at some real-world history behind one of my tanks in War Thunder, so check that out. I am going to still be doing the real history videos for dinosaurs as well. The next one of those is going to be all about mosasaurs and plesiosaurs and ichthyosaurs, so keep a lookout for that too. Right, let's curve that round. Let's curve it round. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. Not really happy with that, but I can hide that with some bushes, I think. There you go. Okay, so Tapejara exhibit. I'm trying to remember. We only see the Tapejara at the very beginning of the episodes, don't we? Rob asks, when are we next streaming? So, I will probably next stream on Tuesday or Thursday. Just because me and people tend to be busy on Wednesdays. So it'll probably be Tuesday or Thursday, or it might be both days, as well as the usual Sunday stream. And Dane might be able to do something on the Friday as well. So basically, I want to try and get a lot of things out this month, just to try and get us as close to that 1,000 subs by March 5th target that we have. We're not going to... So frustrating when that happens. God damn it. We're not going to, unfortunately, get anywhere near the 1,000 by my birthday target we had, which is a shame, but we'll make do.
One of which you cannot use.
Okay, that's better. Hello Fallout, welcome to the stream. What's the worst thing to deal with as a moderator for Evo? Jacob, that's a difficult question. I'm not sure even if I'm allowed to answer it. Well, actually, let me defend my position here. I'll say what's the worst thing I've dealt with as a moderator in general, because I have moderated for people other than Evo. Hello Guillermo. I would say the worst thing that people tend to do on live streams is that they will kind of hunt for attention from the person who's on the stream. Like, they'll either keep spamming the same message over and over again, or they'll, you know, demand that the person playing the game on stream, like, looks at their message and responds to them or something like that. And I don't think people understand just how difficult it is to keep track of chat sometimes, especially when you have several hundred people in chat and it's moving fairly fast. You have to remember that the stream chat itself is always behind for you guys. So you're always I think about 10 seconds behind me. So you guys will say stuff in relation to something that I've already like moved on from sometimes. And as a result, you do miss stuff. And even with the, you know, the most flicks across to the other screen, because obviously I have you guys on one screen and I have the game on the other, you do miss things. It's natural. And if you're playing a game like this, or an action game like The Isle or War Thunder, You will always miss stuff. You just can't not. And it's not because the person who's playing the game on stream is deliberately ignoring you. They're just missing stuff because it happens. But spamming the same message over and over again, annoying everyone in stream and annoying the moderators, won't achieve anything but get you timed out and kicked off. So I would advise people to just be a little more accepting that sometimes their message is not going to be seen or read. I mean, that's why as a moderator on Evo, if someone does say something in chat and Evo doesn't respond, or I think it's something a moderator can answer, like the calls of what map is this, I always try to answer them directly myself, because then, you know, if I do it, Evo doesn't have to do it, they get their answer. All is good. So yeah, that's the most annoying thing people do in streams. It's just badger the person playing the game. Because it's not easy to keep track of things. You do have to be quite, you know, active in keeping an eye on stuff. And it's only natural that things get missed. Right, let's put a few more rocks in here. It's very difficult to replicate the environment we see at the beginning of the episode for the Tapajara. Mostly because it's all on very high cliffs. And I don't really want to ruin the aviary by building huge cliffs in here. So I'm just going to build some small sections, basically. We will make a couple of these taller. Using Kyodenics mod. Whoops. B for increasing height. There we go. There is obviously another reason for being careful with the aviaries, and that's that the pterosaur AI is still broken and a mess. And the more you put in here, the more it gets messed up, so... Just going to lift these up a bit. There we go. Good. Right. We're gonna put in a few perches. I'm gonna put one there and put a slightly higher one. Put another one in there. I'll actually move this one. And we'll put a double one in. Put a double one in between these two. Obviously the Tapajara will also sit on the rocks, so that's fine. One thing we do have problem-wise is we don't really have any coastal vegetation. So I'm going to have to put in some not very coastal looking bushes. But what I am going to do is also put in some trees around the coasts. Here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab them with Kai's mod. We're going to lower them into the water. Raise them up a little bit. Maybe reduce the angle on them a bit. There you go, so there's one. This one will have bent down that way and have it leaning up against that. That looks good. 2. And then we'll do the same over here. So we'll grab this one, lean it forward slightly. Oops. Twist it. It says 1. This one will have laying down in the water. Or shall we have it leaning up against this rock, actually? Have it leaning up against the rock. And 2. That'll do. This one will have leaning down in the water entirely. There's Lystrosaurus allowed, aren't they? There we go. So it's not 100% accurate to the episode, but it will do. It's almost impossible to get some of these accurate to the episode. Has anyone heard of Eurovision? I have heard of Eurovision, yes. Not that we're in it anymore, I don't think. Fallout has asked, is this a generic pterosaur vid or is it specifically focused on a special aviary? So what we're doing here is we're just recreating the areas and species that were in the TV show Walking with Dinosaurs, which was a British dinosaur documentary back in 2000, or was it 1999? I think it was 1999. Basically, when I was a kid, it was on TV, and it was basically the first of its type, and it's what led to all of the things that came afterwards, like Planet Dinosaur, Prehistoric Planet, and all the others. It was 1999, I thought so. Island's gone downhill in it, says Jacob. Oh dear, Dane won't be happy to hear that. Now, the only problem with having Tapejara in here is I have not gone and gotten the Tapejara skins. So, if anyone is on the game, or wouldn't mind quickly starting the game up for me, having a look at the Tapejara skins we have, and seeing which ones match the Walking with Dinosaurs Tapejara, that would be helpful. I am going to get started on the Ornithochirus enclosure.
They're a very epically grey body.
And then the Age of Awesome Bro came in 2008 with a JFC. Those were some bad documentaries. There have been some quite bad documentaries for dinosaurs in recent years. And I'm sorry to say it, but most of them have been made by American companies. They've generally had some really cheap CGI, or the information they present in them have been inaccurate. Right, there's the Ornithochirus one. Gonna extend this out a bit. There we go. Fletcher, your path isn't equal, it's slightly off. only slightly, it's fine. Hey Fletcher, I have some spec evo for Azarkids, which is basically if they didn't go extinct, I feel like a group of Azarkids would lose the ability to fly and basically become murder giraffes. I don't know. I mean, the fact that Azarkids grew as big as they did is kind of an oddity in itself. I mean, I can imagine eventually that they would lose the ability to fly. I think that's something I could definitely imagine happening, just because they were basically so adapted to living on the ground anyway. But whether they would become murder giraffes? Not sure. We're just building up the vegetation layer here, which we're using as a little natural barrier. We're going to fill in just a few of the other gaps with some smaller trees. There we go. Nice little trick for people who are using mods and are using Kyodenics mod especially. Once you put trees down, always go back and alter the heights. Don't have to alter them too much, just make sure if you've got, say, two standing next to each other, tree-wise, just alter the heights just a little to make it look a little bit less fake, because vegetation, you know, it doesn't grow all at the same height everywhere, and it can really help make your parks look a bit more accurate if you alter them slightly. Also, you know, don't place things that are too perfectly like in the center. Always have them off slightly, just to again make it look less fake. Obviously, if you're not using mods, you can't do something like this, but you know, you can. Well, you can't change their heights, but you can alter their rotation and alter their positioning. Again, just to make it look a little bit more natural.
First time we saw him nicely
Tapajara, yeah.
Yes, he was also poisoned. This is shortly.
I love these tips, Fletcher. I use this too in my parks. Yeah. I always try and help people out with their park design, because I know it's one of the most common questions I see on Evo's streams, is sort of people asking how to improve their park building. Low health. What's on low health? What's up with this Coelophysis here? Are you stuck? I think you are. Yes, I think this guy got stuck. Are you... Have you sorted yourself out now? Come on, there's meat right there. Why did you show me the tooltip? I don't need it. Why aren't you eating? Let's try moving you actually to the meat itself. Odd. That one might just be broken. I don't have challenge mode skins, but the closest I got was Yukon and Papurana. Okay, we will trust you. Yukon and Papurana. Looks okay based on what I'm seeing color skin wise. We'll have a full 6 since it's quite a large. I mean, the crest has got the red on, which it does in Walking with Dinosaurs. I'm not sure it's dark enough, though, in terms of the overall. But it will do. I can always go back and change it. Right. Death of a Dynasty will be over here. So this path can actually... I'm going to end this in a kind of a circle. Let's get rid of that. There you go. Right, so the pterosaur area will lead to this roundabout, and then this roundabout will lead into the Death of a Dynasty area. Like thus. This we will just have as vegetation. Probably a few ginkgos, because, you know, ginkgos will actually put trees down. The Death of a Dynasty area, I kind of want to create a volcano somewhere, or like a mock volcano somewhere. Probably over, probably here in this spot. Because that seems to be a nice roundish spot for a volcano. Create another little ridge line. And again, we need to do some straight line. There we go. Happy with that. Again, let's continue the tree thing that we were doing. Happy. I'm surprised I didn't get rid of that ginkgo, actually. It's the most annoying thing about how the path and the fence works in this game is that sometimes it will remove it where you think it really doesn't need to be removed. And then sometimes it will not. And you'll be like, why? Why is it not consistent? I'm actually going to continue the beach that I'm going to make inside there out to here. So we'll keep the vegetation in here. Always remember to mix your vegetation types, even if it's just adding a few ginkgos here and there. really does help to improve things. Yeah, that's right. Then I'm going to use this my JPOG path there just to fill in the gaps. Good. So I'm actually curious, has any one of you guys in chat been playing Hogwarts Legacy at all? I'm curious to see if any of you folks have been playing it. Guillermo hasn't, Jacob hasn't. Is that because of the backlash, or do you just not Harry Potter fans? Wanting it for Christmas, says Harvey. Not a Harry Potter fan, says Guillermo. Does seem to be more of a my generation thing, being a Harry Potter fan. Obviously, all the films came out in sort of for my generation. Rob, don't play it. Only Let's Play stream. Nah, didn't get it yet, says Jacob. Right, Ornithochirus Beach. I am going to create quite a lot of water for this area. So basically, I want to recreate the end scene where our poor Ornithochirus we follow for the episode dies at the very end. Spoiler alert if you haven't already seen it. Basically, the Ornithochirus dies at the end of the episode that we've been following. It's all very tragic and upsetting. It's quite a flat, wide, empty beach. There's nothing really special about it. So I'm just basically going to copy that. Making this look deep is going to be a problem. I'll have to do. I hate the moment when the interface changes and the possibilities through the mods. The best and worst mod is expanded searing. So I really like expanded searing. The only problem is that this game, I don't think is reliable enough for it. So while I'm building this park, I am conscious of the fact that there's a piece count. Eventually the map will get to a point where it will not allow me to save it anymore because it's too big. It's got too many bits of decoration and stuff in it, and it will eject me from, from saving it, or it will just crash on me. I am constantly conscious of that. And expanded scenery is obviously a problem, because you think, oh, I'm going to put down these nice mangrove trees and these nice mango trees and create lovely gardens and everything else. And then you do that, and the game is like, you've used too many pieces, I'm now going to break. You need to go and remove some. And it's really not upsetting, it's just frustrating that in a game where you're supposed to sort of design your ultimate parks, Frontier have seemingly given it quite a limited piece count. So you can't build your ultimate parks without them breaking. Where are the perches? There they are. I wish these had been better designed as well, because some of these perches are so ugly. There's no way of like hiding the fact that it's obviously just an enormous chunk of concrete. I mean, putting down some bushes can help, but it's obviously only capable of hiding some things. Right, the same problems, yeah. Ornithochirus. That's basically it for the Ornithochirus. Aviary, Ornithochirus beach in Walking with Dinosaurs was pretty bland, so I'm just going to keep it as is. Let's manufacture those Ornithochirus. Now, obviously, we don't have the Ornithochirus species in-game. However, the Ornithochirus in Walking with Dinosaurs is basically Tropiognathus. So that's what we're going to use instead. I'm going to get up the list I made. So Ornithochirus is Svalbard and Rana. So Tropiognathus, Svalbard and Rana. We want to have quite a few of these. I'm going to try to get at least 6. You're lucky you can use free build, otherwise things would be tough for your part. Indeed, Rainbowsaurus Rex. Bless you. Free build is, I think, the most important mod they have ever made for Jurassic World 1 and Jurassic World 2. Wasn't there also Tapajara? Yes, Rainbowsaurus, I've already got the Tapajara, is already in the park. We've already actually created its exhibit. Pterosaurs remind me more of an oversized Marodactylus. True, but it is supposed to be Tropiognathus, so that's the one we're going for. And this skin is fairly accurate, I think, to Ornithochirus in Walking with Dinosaurs. The grey patterning on the... Strange. Grey patterning on the back, and then you have the red crest. Something curious. Oh dear. There we go, folks. This is what I mean by this is what happens. I've hit the piece count, apparently. That's really disappointing. Have barely gotten any way through the park, and we have gotten to the piece count. Disappointing. So I'm actually going to have to remove some vegetation. Vegetation is the like the first thing you can try removing, just to remove some of the piece count. But really, it's placeable decorations that's the problem. My Monopoly Park just about hit the piece count. I had to do a lot of terrain placing of stuff. But I have a feeling it's probably going to have to be decoration removing that I'm going to have to do. Let's see if that's... Yep, no. That's not helped. I usually let the game run for another 5 minutes and then I quit it, and the next save point is relatively appropriate. The problem is it won't actually save the park at all. It won't even auto-save it. I've barely... So disappointing. See, it's when I look at that and I'm like, I don't understand how some of the people I see on YouTube who make these really excessive parks with like so many rocks and stuff, I don't understand how their park doesn't break. Because I've broken so many parks by using too many decorations. See, look, it's still broken. Sometimes the animal's population did the piece count, and it's annoying. But I think the problems we have increased again with the mods we need to fix. Oh, the thing is, I don't really see how the mods are breaking it, because the mods have nothing to do with piece count. Obviously, if you use stuff, then yeah, piece count will increase, but it just seems to be an inherent problem with the game. See, this is like properly... How can it be the number of dinosaurs I'm using? I don't have that many. 78. That's barely any. I've not even really done that much. Yeah, no, it's just refusing to allow me to save. This is actually really annoying. I don't even feel that the park is that excessive. It just does not want to save. Well, I did hundreds of prehistoric life, and sometimes the game crashes like chaos. Yeah, but that's to be accepted. I mean, especially if you've got like hundreds and hundreds of creatures, that's fine. But I don't. I have only got 78 in the park. And it's kicking up off us. It's just outrageous. Look, you can see how badly it's all busted up. Like, all the menus are broken. I actually think this is just completely broken on me. Ah, what can I do? It's crashed. End the game and restart the last save game option. Thing is, I don't even think it will autosave. Okay, let's just whack it on fast forward and wait for the next autosave to come through. It's a really frustrating thing. Like, Jurassic World Evolution 1 did not have this problem. Jurassic World Evolution 2 has. It's glitchy and still has performance problems. It's really frustrating. If it doesn't autosave, think of it as a rough draft. Yeah. We have so many childhood diseases with Jurassic World Evolution 2. Quite possibly. It just frustrates me that so many modern games are coming out on day one with problems that never get fixed. Hogwarts Legacy has had the same problems. The PC version is appalling in terms of its optimization. It's laggy and glitchy and stuttery. It's horrible. I'm also concerned by the fact we're not getting any autosaves. It's the same with Pokemon SV. Yeah, I saw that released with quite a few problems. I don't think it's autosaving at all. Is there a way of manually triggering autosaves? Okay, let's reduce this down to 1 minute autosaves. There we go. It says it's saving. Right, I'm going to restart, folks. 2 seconds. It's very annoying when games just break like this. Go away, Universal, honestly. Broken game equals broken hearts, yeah. Oh, we love these games. I wouldn't go as far as to say I love this game. I can see that this game has potential, but I don't love it. This has all the potential to be a really good game, but Frontier still haven't unlocked that potential yet. Okay, so loaded into the autosave. I'm going to overwrite that save, since I can now. Let's just try placing back in some stuff and see if it kicks up a fuss. Because obviously if it kicks up a fuss again, then we know that it's definitely the placing down of too many decorations. If it doesn't, then we know it was just a randomized problem. Everything looks the same. And it's still allowing me to save. So it looks like it might have just been a minor glitch. But there is a tactic for you guys. If you do think your game has glitched out, just whack the autosave interval down to 5 minutes. Let it autosave and load back in. Yeah, don't worry, it's all saved. I don't understand why you can't do it the same way as Planet Zoo. It is impossible, but not in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Universal hypes up a game for so long and has the balls to show their logo if the game has bad glitches. It's not even that the glitches are bad, it's just that they're really annoying. I am doing this deliberately, by the way, folks. Just to replace the stuff we put in. Just to see if it's going to trigger it again. Because obviously if it is a piece count problem and the park is not going to let me expand, then this park is basically ruined and I won't be able to do much with it. I have had problems with this map before. I have had problems with this particular map before as well. I was building a Japanese park on this map and it just broke entirely. But that might have been because I was using expanded parks, but this is not using expanded parks, so there's absolutely no excuse. Might have to go away and do some research on piece counts in this game. Find out what people have managed to figure out. I thought one of Kaya Denix's mods increased the piece count limits. So I don't know whether that's just been removed or isn't working anymore, or... Everything has been replaced, pretty much. Yeah, and it's fine. So it looks like it was just a temporary glitch. Something to do with releasing
It's called a free paint job.
pterosaurs seemed to mess it up. Okay, let's put in a couple of rocks here. I want... Ah, sorry, all that messing around has kind of thrown me off my mojo there.
Yes. No. So said, if you need anything, knock on my door. Don't come in unless I respond.
One pillar there, and... one pillar there, and I'm going to manually increase the heights because I want them a little bit taller. Yeah. Okay, let's get back onto things. Let's sort this out. So, what do I want in here for the
Like a kind of
ornithochirus?
gas surprise, and then just a couple of seconds later, the music appears here.
Let's put in... Let's kind of put in some of these walls. Or do we go for the vegetation ones? Let's use the vegetation ones. Frontier's entire thing for this game is imagination, and they make all the maps unlockable by doing storyline. I don't think Frontier really did very much on this game apart from ruin it, to be honest. I still say the half of the worst design features of this game were not Frontier's doing, but Universal's. I'd also go as far as to say that, you know, as much as I know that it's good that this game is on console for console players, I still say that that negatively affected the game. You know, a lot of the limitations that the game has are due to the requirement to play on a console. The consoles do not have the sort of RAM requirements and CPU requirements that games like this need to be as good as they can be. So yeah, while it's, you know, increased the amount of people who can play the game, and that's all well and good, has kind of negatively affected the game for PC players, which kind of annoys me, because PC players always seem to get the worst sort of end, as it were. Like, PC ports of console games are always really badly done. PC gaming magazines have basically gone the way of the dodo these days. No one really reads them, and no one is really bothered about them. This just kind of annoys me. Right, let's move that one slightly, because they're all a bit too close together. That's better. It's another thing I see people do when they put tables in their guest zones, is they have all of them way too close together. I actually think I might make use of those towers.
I don't know why I went manhole observer for a second.
I'm going to remove the path in here, actually. I actually think it's better without it. Let's just solidly make these decorative. Nintendo rarely gets cool games besides a handful. Well, that's primarily because it's Nintendo. Nintendo do not have the best reputation. They're quite aggressive with their anti-copyright stuff, which ends up negatively affecting YouTubers. They're very aggressive with their fan content as well. And their hardware. While the Switch is probably, I think, one of the better consoles of this generation, or last generation, the Switch is nowhere near you know, powerful enough for a modern games console. It's lacking in potential. So Nintendo are not perfect by a long shot. How are we going to get the Ornithochirus skeletons up there? Actually going to check the save again. Yeah, it's still allowing me to save. Okay, Tropiognathus. There's the Tropiognathus statues. So really they've got to be... like... that sort of height. I can hide some of the rough edges with trees there. I don't think that's too much of a problem. Yeah, and then if we stick like oops. Grab the tree. No, the tree. There we go. That's good. I like that. Might just lower this one in the front. I think that looks pretty good. The rest of that area will probably be guest buildings, and we will just use this area here for a water feature, I think. So we're just going to stick some water through here. Have it come down here. Right, the ice forest area is next. Luckily, there's only 3 species to put in here. Oh, here we go. First pterosaur that is stuck. Look at that. This right here, Frontier. This is what you've apparently fixed. Dear God. You wait, soon enough there'll be one escaping. Every patch they've done, they've claimed to have fixed the pterosaurs. They still don't work. Right. Now the ice forest area, obviously because it's the ice forest area, needs to be snowy. It's not my favourite episode of Walking with Dinosaurs, the ice forest one. I think it's a bit dull. Well, not necessarily dull. Just don't think it's as exciting as some of the other episodes. Now then, we need to find a place for the Leleniasaura, the Australoveneta, and the Matabarosaurus. I think we're going to let it go all the way up here. That should be enough room, I think. Let's put in an entrance. I quite like the idea of one of these areas, of the area for the Leleniasaura to be sort of a walkthrough exhibit. So we will... Let me guess, that pterosaur just died. Yeah. Didn't bother going and eating, it just kicked the bucket and died. Ah. It just works. Okay, so this will be where the Leleniasaura paddock starts. And we're just going to have it go... We're actually going to switch to the wood. We're going to have it go sort of this way. Curve around here. That'll be the end point of the paddock there. Put in another roundabout. Okay, now to obviously make this look like an enclosed space, there's a walkthrough. We need to be outside building area. Don't be stupid. I'll have to cover that area up, but that's fine. What's your 3 dinos for this Ice Age for us? Dryosaurus, Metabarosaurus, and Allo? No, it's Australovenator is the polar allosaur. I mean, it is supposed to be Australovenator, but at the time Walking with Dinosaurs came out, I believe Australovenator had only just been discovered or hadn't been yet described, so they couldn't obviously use it. So they just called it the polar allosaur. There you go.
That's a kitchen, isn't it? Oh no.
Let's grab this and stretch it out past the map boundary. So there's our sort of first area, and what we'll do is we'll then divide the two up to make it look like one enclosure, but actually it's two, and we'll share the animals between. So carefully put in the invisible fencing. I wish this was truly invisible, like Kyodenic's one was, but it's not, so we have to go with what we have. That's not. I'm not happy with that. No. Let's redo that. Leleniasaurus is actually one species that I can actually see come to the game. Like, legitimately. I have a feeling that Frontier might actually put it in. Because it is another one of the few species we have from Australia, so... Once more, the auto snapping is messing me around. Ugh, some of these I shall clean up with Kyodenic's mod in a minute. What's going on down here? Let me. God damn it. I swear, this version of Jurassic World Evolution, like number 2, I mean, I swear they made the path tool and the fence tool more annoying to use than it had been in the first game. Crikey. Right, there we go. Right, we need to make this look normal. Lovely. Right, this side is going to be all forest, pretty much. Like it is on the episode. And this side we'll go a little lighter with the forest. Just change it to the other. Type. And then we'll add in the water source. Gonna bury the water source slightly, just to avoid any awkward, horrible angles. Water in the episode is covered in shale, which we don't have. So I'm gonna have to use the rock texture, I think. Okay with that. I just made a desert enclosure unmodded, and what dino should I add? How about a desert Amargasaurus? Kentra is also a good suggestion. I think Amargasaurus is like my #1 dinosaur that was added by this game. It's definitely my favorite dinosaur, I think. There we go. Let's change the snow texture for under the trees to the slightly dashed one. This makes more sense. Leave the proper snow over the empty area. Right, Leleniasaura.
Yeah, it does.
Where are we, Leleniasaura? So, Great Sandy Desert and Rana. On the Dryosaurus. Great Sandy Desert and Rana. We'll have 4 in one side. 5 in the other. No, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Hang on. We need to save the Dryosaurus that we just accidentally released into the lagoon hatchery. There's one. There's 2. Every type of Stegosaurus and Ankylosaurus are perfect for savanna desert biome. Yes. Pretty much. I didn't move that one. Why didn't it move that one? Amargasaurus is definitely also a sort of deserty sauropod I would pick. Some of its skins are very desert-like. Oh my god. It's gonna kick up a fuss and not let me move any of these, isn't it? Come on, game. Yes, minor problem. Okay, there's 2.
I just started.
Where is number 3? Number 3 is there. Right, grab number 3. There's number 3. Multiple dinosaur threats. Relax. Right, we just need to find number 4. Number 4 is stuck. There's number 4. Ah. Yes, be quiet. There we go. Now, as far as I'm concerned, the Dryos should not be able to escape. Pretty damn sure of it. You watch them get out.
Bigger.
Diplo, Amarga, and Kamara are also perfect for deserts. Iguanodon, I think, with the 2022 version is also fine. I cannot stand the 2022 version of Iguanodon. Oh, I think it's really ugly. Ground leaf it requires, which they've got plenty of. Nice. Right, let's go grab the other ones. This time not spewing them into the lagoon. Lileniasaura is another dinosaur from Walking with Dinosaurs that had quite a complicated skin, which is very difficult to represent on the Dryosaurus. This was sort of as close to it as I could manage, really. So there's the Lileniasaura.
Should be fine.
I want this area to be quite forested, because in the episode itself it is very forested. Also just helps break up that horrible fence line. We'll make this area up here Mutabatasaurus, I think. Yeah, that should be big enough for Mutabatasaurus in there, I think. We don't have to be too excessive with the protections on Muttabuttosaurus since it's pretty small and pretty easy to look after. Have the Mutterbutter enclosure go around here. Again, we will stretch it out beyond the borders. If you could, what would you say if you met Shrek? That's a very odd question to ask. I have no idea. I mean, what would you say if you met Shrek, Jacob? Why won't you let me grab you to move you? There we go. Oh, I really hate how these... That's better. Get out of my house. It's very rude. You wouldn't invite him in for tea, coffee?
Been through a lot of being hurt. I'm sorry.
I would find it interesting if Frontier added more things from the Permian, like Gorgonopsids and other things like Edaphosaurus. I would too. In fact, one of my better responded to videos this year was my what I would like to see in a Permian aquatic pack and a Permian land pack. I do think it's about time we got some more original content than just the film stuff. This is what I'm hoping Frontier are going to do. Now that we've done the movies, let's start moving into something a little bit more interesting. Let's check save files again. Yeah, we can still save. That was a bit strange. Missing the picture there. Definitely think we need more original content that isn't just from the movies. So I agree with you, Guillermo. I think it would be good to have Permian animals in. I would also like it if they added things from the Triassic, like Placerosaucus and Saurosuchus. Definitely more Triassic era animals, I agree. I think Plateosaurus definitely should be in there. Mutabarosaurus is literally just the mangrove forest skin.
Yeah,
We have no pattern.
I'll make sure.
Yeah, Plateosaurus would be good to have. Symbospondylus for an aquatic would also be quite cool to have. Right, and this becomes our Australovenator enclosure. I'm going to do something different for the Australovenator enclosure. Kind of give them a sort of mountain in the middle. We've got a mountain over here and a mountain here, so it makes sense we have something in the middle. And then I'm going to go... There you go, that's good. Would you add Eoraptor? Eoraptor is a good one, considering it's like one of the earliest members of the family. And this franchise does like its raptors. But Plateosaurus, I think, is the one I would definitely have. Symbospondylus, definitely have. Postosuchus maybe, but it's certainly changed. Like Postosuchus has changed shape quite a bit since we last saw it in Walking with Dinosaurs, so I'm not sure if I would have it, since it doesn't look, it's just it's broken again, I think. Yeah, I think the park is actually at its limit in terms of what it can hold, which is really frustrating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna test something. Saurosuchus is kind of the same thing as Walking with Dinosaurs Postosuchus. Well, no, Saurosuchus is a full-on crocodilian, whereas Postosuchus now is no longer the same shape. It's kind of changed quite a bit. Testing to see if it will load back into the map. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's one of the specific mods maybe that's doing it. So it seems like a save and reload seems to fix it. Saurosuchus is kind of the same thing. Yeah, sorry, I've already replied to that. I thought it sort of... well, you had replied. Sorry about that. I think I might go away and do some research about piece count on Juri to find out what's going on. Because I really hate the way that it keeps screwing up like this. Fletcher, did you add anything for your Striptospondylus? Yep, I used Megalosaurus instead. Since it's another British dinosaur and looks pretty much the same. Eustriptus is another one that I'd like to see Frontier actually bring to the game properly. Just because I think it has a great name. What do you mean path not connected? I think there's enough galleries. Okay. This needs to be quite thick fence, since it is our carnivore. And we'll externally double layer it. I think we have space for one more gallery, says Rob. Nah, I think that'll do. Double layer fencing. obviously will hide the endpoints. There we are. Double layered and ready for our Australovenator. In goes our water source. Gonna make this end kind of forested. We'll leave this end relatively clear.
I mean,
Lovely.
I was gonna just be safe. Advantage counteracts disadvantage.
Live prey feeder will hide over this side.
That was purely
And then non-live feeders.
oh, trust me. It's still gonna result in that ones.
We need to grab invisible fencing so that we can stop them climbing up the mountain. Like this.
It was superior
Put a dash of vegetation on the top. Oh, that side. And Australovenator is Australovenator. Chaplain Valley, which is the green. And Lithobates. Oh dear. Shall we try that again? Wow, I actually got a failed incubation the first time. Right. Oh, and it's crashed. That's not a good sign. Oh, I think this might be an indicator that the map is no longer usable. If it is, I shall be very disappointed. Let's try and get it loaded back in and see what happens. I think the game is protesting.
Because it was an athletics check.
All right.
It's not robbing if they're dead. It doesn't have a
Let's try this again.
It's just crashing.
Might be the end of this park though if I can't build any further without it kicking up a fuss.
Isn't arguing.
Really annoying when a game's natural limitations just ruin any imaginative idea that you have.
Right. I'm looking for
Alright,
he would never
paddock
use it because he's
fixed.
saving behind
Let's try grabbing those Australopithecus again. Just done it again. Come on. Zero. Zero. This is strange. It will not synthesize Australovenator for me. Hello, Glitzbog. Yeah, stream is going a bit iffy at the moment. Maybe it's that hatchery. Maybe if we build a new one. Let's just do a quick test. No, it won't build. It won't. Let's try a different dinosaur. Yeah, hatcheries are broken. Look at that. It won't produce a single dinosaur for me. All of them are broken. Well, it looks like the park is broken. I cannot build any further. And if this is not an indictment of how Frontier's park building game needs some work, I don't know what is. I don't really feel I've been excessive with decorations that I've put down. I think the park itself is not too huge.
because
The fact that I cannot build any further because the game's engine is kicking up a fuss. It's Yeah. Very annoying. Very upsetting. Because I really loved what we were doing with this park. Especially the area over here. Let's just say I'm glad I'm doing War Thunder next week, because this has kind of killed my interest in building. The game just will not let me build anymore. Do it on a different map. It's not the map that's the problem, Natalie. The problem is the piece count. The game, it's the game engine itself telling me that you're using too many objects. That's what piece count is. It's when you're building too many you've put too many objects in the park, and the game engine is like, yeah, I'm just not going to let you do any further. It's frustrating and annoying, and there's no way of sorting it. Unless you start deleting stuff. But I don't really consider this park as being excessive. So I'm going to have to go away and do some research about what this game considers, or what is going on, and see if there's a way to fix it. Otherwise, the only thing you can do is build your park and never use any decoration items at all until the whole park is finished and all the dinosaurs are in, and only then go back and start putting decoration in. But I don't really like doing that. So yeah, I'll have to see if I can fix this park. For the time being, it will have to stay where it is. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock. Thank you folks for joining in. We had quite an active stream today, so thank you everyone for popping by. Like I say, next week is going to be predominantly War Thunder, so there'll be a stream on Tuesday, there'll be a video coming out, and the Sunday stream will be War Thunder as well. Please do pop along, even if it is just to chat to me. And if you have an interest in completely free online games, then it's an opportunity for you to have a look at War Thunder as well. Dane might stream on Friday. We'll see how he feels. I don't quite know what his work schedule is for next week. I can't remember. But he might have a stream on Friday. He might not. And yeah, I will see you folks on Tuesday, probably. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day. And goodbye.